Welcome to Buckeye BackRoad Tales, a J. Mac Mingo production. Join us tonight as we cruise the back roads of the Buckeye State and we talk about the Furnace Man. There's a stretch of road along the old mill towns in the Rust Belt, places where the steel stacks rise like tombstones for a world that doesn't exist anymore. Most of the factories are silent. Most, not all. Because every summer, when the heat settles low over those dead industrial yards and the air shimmers like boiling water, something moves in the haze. And the locals, those who still remember what this place used to be, they whisper a name: the Furnace Man. Eli Dunleavy was the first to tell anyone, and even he barely dared. He was an old mill worker, retired, living off a pension that wasn't enough to keep his rusted truck running. He'd drive it anyway, back and forth past the empty plant where he'd spent 40 years of his life. One July afternoon, the heat was thick enough to bend light. Eli slowed down as he passed the main stack, the tallest one, the one that always seemed to hum on the hottest days. That's when he saw it. At first he thought it was a trick of the heat, the way asphalt waves, but the shape didn't dissolve, it sharpened. That's when he saw it, a figure, long-limbed, narrow, its skin shimmering like the inside of the kiln, walking slowly around the base of the old furnace tower. He blinked, wiped his forehead. Still there. A man, or something shaped like one, moving with the slow, deliberate sway of someone who didn't feel the heat at all. Then when it turned its head toward him, Eli pressed the gas so hard the truck stalled, coughed, lurched, nearly died in the road. Once he got it started, he didn't look back, wouldn't look back. That night he told his daughter, "The stacks aren't cold, something's in there, still burning." He died 2 weeks later of heat stroke, alone, inside his own house, with the air conditioning on. The thermostat was set to 60, but the room was over 100 degrees. There were soot marks on the walls. The mills had their share of tragedies, of course. Explosions, collapses, men falling into smelting pits so hot that nothing was ever found. The Furnace Man legend always starts the same way. After the last explosion, they say the furnaces didn't go dark, at least not completely. Some workers whispered the metal was still breathing, expanding, contracting, alive. One crew, 3 men on the night shift, swore they heard someone walking inside the offline smelter. Boot steps on metal, slow, measured. They opened the inspection port. Intense heat blasted out, heat that should not have been possible. Heat that felt like a hand pushing them backwards. And in the whirl of the shimmering orange haze, they saw a shape moving in the belly of the dead furnace. A man-shaped shadow, writhing as though it were still burning, but could never quite burn away. The next morning, the shift supervisor found the 3 men on the concrete floor, not dead, just gone. Their helmets left behind, straps melted, fingerprints burned into the metal, nothing else. The mill shut down 2 weeks later. Official reason? Funding. Unofficial reason? Something kept walking the catwalks at night. There was a kid, teenage, skinny, mouthy, you know the type, used to skateboard in the abandoned lots around the plant. His name was Josh. He posted online about seeing a tall glowing dude by the furnace stacks. People laughed, memes were made. But one post, one he typed at 2:37 a.m. was different. "He's standing under the stack," Josh wrote. "He keeps looking up like he's listening to something. I think he hears me." He posted a picture, just a blurry smear of light in a curtain of heat. Then another message. "He's climbing." Then, "He's fast." Then, "I'm going to the roof. Better angle." The last photo wasn't posted publicly, but according to records, police found it on his phone. It was taken from the rooftop looking down. The furnace man was standing at the base of the building, face tilted up, hands long and ember red, skin glowing like coals, shifting in the wind. And Josh's shadow, stretched long in the orange haze, was moving toward the edge. They never did find him, not even a shoe. But the rooftop tar had melted into footprint-shaped depressions. Not his, something bigger and heavier. People say that the furnace man is a ghost, a worker who never escaped the fire, the soul still burning. But ghosts don't glow. Ghosts don't warp metal. Ghosts don't make thermometers climb 10 degrees just by standing near them. Whatever this thing is, it isn't human anymore. Some locals think it's looking for the men who died in the explosions. Others think it's trying to finish its shift, walking the same routes it walked in life. And some, the ones who swear they felt footsteps echo through the steel even when no one else was there, say the furnace man is searching for fuel, for anything that burns, for anyone who gets too close when the heat haze starts to dance around the stacks. Here's the detail that when I read it, it sent a chill down my spine. On the hottest days, when temperatures break records and heat waves ripple like curtains, the main stack hums. Not loudly, not enough for the tourists to notice, but enough for locals to press their windows shut, enough for dogs to hide under porches, enough for anyone who's heard the stories to whisper, "He's walking again." Because the moment the humming begins, people see him. A shimmering body, too tall, too thin, skin glowing like a furnace door cracked open, moving slowly through the weave and the wave of the air. Each step measured, precise, unhurried. And when he stops, and when he lifts his head, and when the heat thickens and the hum deepens, that's when the asphalt starts to soften. That's when metal fences begin to warm. That's when shadows stretch the wrong way. That's when you run. Because the furnace man doesn't chase. He doesn't have to. He just walks, and the heat follows. So if you ever find yourself near the old industrial stacks along the Ohio River in Steubenville, Ohio, and the summer air suddenly feels too hot, hot like a furnace opening, hot enough to singe your eyes, don't look toward the haze. Don't check for movement. Don't search for the source of the hum. Just leave, quickly, quietly, because if you see him, really see him, glowing, shimmering, shifting in the boiling air, it means he's already seen you. And some fires, once they notice new fuel, never go out. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, share, give a shout out in the comments which part of the great Buckeye State you're listening from, and we'll see you next time.